Okay, everybody, it's a hot day and it's a little overcast, which makes this actually kind of perfect, but we are out here hardening off our plants. Now, this process can take about 1 to 2 weeks to do this, and you don't leave your plants out all day or anything like that, but you leave them out for maybe an hour, half hour to an hour every day for a couple weeks, and your plants will get stronger, they'll get harder, and they will get better. Not saying that they aren't good right now, but there's no way that you could take them from a greenhouse over here and put them outside and have them grow. They will get sunburnt, they will succumb to the elements, and it would be all bad. So that's what we're doing today. Let me show you and take a closer look here. This is where we need more space to do this, because we have tons and tons of plants this year, but they're just kind of setting everywhere, as you can see here. And my cilantro is doing good. My chamomile here is doing great. I got more borage. I just got a lot of things. This is Hummingbird Mint. Wasn't very successful with this last year, and I grew it again. I'm going to try it again and see if it does anything. So we'll see. I tried to grow. I'm not very good at growing flowers. I tried. These are for other people, but this is Begonias here. They look okay. I just didn't have that many pop up. And over here is Impatience for my mom. But maybe one basket could be planted out of this, or one basket, little hanging basket of some sort. I now realize I would have to have thousands of seeds to get exactly what I wanted. And I love flowers and everything, but I'm not about to just grow nothing but flowers because you can't eat them. So we'll see about that for next year. Yeah, I got celery, lettuce. This lettuce is about to be planted as soon as it's hardened off. This is that Tom Thumb. This is spinach. I can't wait to put that in the ground. It's more tomatoes. And we got tomatoes over here. And, oh, this is awesome too. Look at this. This is the opal basil. Isn't that pretty? And this is Genovese basil. And this is giant coxcomb. I have this was the biggest pain in the butt, is this rosemary right here. So I got, if you can see right there, rosemary. This is that creeping thyme. And then over here I got lovage. I can't wait to see what that actually tastes like. More tomatoes. This is crazy, I know. But we had to put them everywhere and anywhere. I've got strawberries here, but this isn't the end of them. I got wild strawberries right here. Sunflower seeds, peppers, more sunflowers, and nasturtium. Now, somebody told me that nasturtium's not very good transplanted. We'll see how that goes. If not, I will direct sow it because I got plenty of seeds left. This was my stevia, and it's doing absolutely wonderful. So we're hardening that off too. I think I'm going to plant a couple of it outside, and then one I'm going to pot that I can keep inside. We have elderberries that we're also going to harden off as well. There they are. But this is insane, and we have to do this almost every other day or every day until they're hardened off. Now, sometimes they will get yellow. They will get a little bit sunburnt, and it's okay if they get a little bit sunburnt. You just don't want your entire plant to be fried. But you do have to do this for 1 to 2 weeks. Overcast days are the best to start out. And you leave them out for about a half hour to an hour every day. Those are our Mongolian sunflowers right there. Can't wait to get those transplanted. They say not to do that either, but we had such a heck of a time last year with squirrels and stuff eating them. So we decided to do that. But yeah, it looks so weird being empty in there. What do you think, honey? Banana plant right there?
Yeah, right.
These are the brassicas. I think we might as well just, I don't know what we're going to do.
Stick them in there, see what happens.
We're going to see what happens with them.
That's what we ended up with after the terrible starting there.
Yeah. So, yeah. And we have some other things we want to show you. So we're going to get to that.
Yeah, the wife sent me out here to show you guys our beginnings of our food forest and what some very nice people did for us. Check that out. Yeah, Courtney will show in the video how the pile of wood chips / mulch that we got for free from chipdrop.com, and they showed up the day after I found out my rotator cuff is torn. So I was talking to the neighbor and told him, I asked his son if he wanted to earn some money and help me out, but he wasn't able to. And our neighbor went to church and got the youth group to come out and spread all this mulch for us. It was very nice that they used it as one of their community projects, and they spread this all out. This is a big, eventually I want this entire area to be like a good foot thick mulch, but this is what we had. So they just connected some of the areas that were harder to mow around and things like that, and this is the beginnings of it. We planned to plant like some herbs around the base of some of the trees, like creeping thyme and things like that, that will help keep weeds out and things like that. Good ground cover, and it's food. We are very grateful for the help. We'll drop some pictures. I said we had all the colors of the rainbow in the front yard, and you'll get it from the pictures. Neighbors are Mennonite. It's very nice of them to see. This is nice. This tree leans because it wasn't staked up when it was young, but now I don't have to worry about anything growing up underneath of it that I don't want for the time being. We're going to keep this mulch going, try to keep it clean of grass and weeds and stuff. And we're going to, hopefully here within the next week or so, be adding our grapevines right here beside our hardy kiwi. I'm hoping eventually we get some. The hardy kiwi got beat up in the freeze we had there a couple weeks back, but it's still alive. Every year it grows a little more, a little more. We're hoping we get some blooms on it. This is supposed to be a self-pollinating kind of hardy kiwi, but I'm not sure. We'll see if we even get blooms on it this year. Do some more research, and if it's not going to work out, I'll plant something on the other side and let it come over. But yeah, we're going to do our grapes here. The same kind of situation on a cattle panel trellis right here beside it in this space. And I think I have enough room up front here and keep it away from the road and the power lines. I don't want to plant anything underneath the power lines. For a couple plum trees. That's what I want to do to finish off my fruit in the orchard area, food forest. But if I can't get them up here, if I decide not to, I can put them out back with our big apple trees, which you can see all the way out back there. They're huge. And we've got a ton of elderberries that we had. I think we have like 4 elderberry bushes, and we started a bunch more this year. Plus we have even more to plant. We're going to try to almost ring the entire pasture back there with elderberry. And I was pretty excited. I was walking through the woods out back, and I found wild elderberry growing on our property. It's the first one I've found in the wild, and I was pretty happy to find it out back. And I also transplanted some raspberries from when I was cleaning up the garden beds out back, and they've taken. So I'm going to try to have a raspberry patch back there. That way, if this one up front in the garden gets out of hand to the point where I have to cut it, try to keep cutting it down, which I know it'll be hard to eradicate them, but if it gets too out of hand and I got to cut them way back, we'll have raspberries out back in a raspberry patch. But I want to show you this tree. Let me flip this camera around. That big tree right there, real big one. The pinkish blossoms on it, that's a crabapple tree. It is the biggest crabapple tree I've ever seen in my life. Like, people don't believe it when I tell them it's a crabapple tree, because usually they're spindly and kind of twisted and everything else. They're not very big trees. But this thing just gets loaded, completely loaded with crab apples, which bring the deer right up here in the front yard at night. I mean, look at the size of that thing. It's huge. Oh. Those are our Bernices. We stole that kind of from Sutherland, but that's what we call our barred rock, call them Bernices. There's Ralph, showing off for the ladies. Next week I'm gonna come on here and knock all this grass down a little bit. I'm sure the birds will love it right after I mow. They'll be out here going wild. But thanks everybody for joining me right now here on White Family Farm. We appreciate all the support, and we appreciate good neighbors. There's nothing better than having good neighbors. And I didn't know if they really liked me or not, but I guess they do.